Ibu yang kami hormati, selanjutnya sambutan Wali Kota Bandung kepada yang terhormat Bapak Muhammad Ridwan Kamil, kami silakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya ucapkan selamat datang di Balai Kota, City Hall, Kota Bandung. Saya senang dikunjungi sahabat-sahabat teman serumpun dari Malaysia. Sudah banyak juga beberapa wilayah bandar kota dari Malaysia datang ke Bandung. Wisatawan atau turis-turis Malaysia juga sangat banyak. Cuaca kita ini di ketinggian di atas 700 meter dari permukaan laut, sehingga setiap saat suhunya sangat nyaman. Mohon izin mungkin 10 minutes saya explain sedikit ya tentang Bandung to get a better understanding. Bandung is the third largest city in Indonesia. We have 2.7 million population, and the interesting part is 60% under 40. So majority of Bandung people basically young populations. So if the mayor himself is part of the young population, that's representing the majority. Kita punya banyak sekolah, more than 80 colleges, universities, and welcome pelajar-pelajar Malaysia juga yang study di sini, kami sangat welcome. Pelajar Malaysia di Bandung ada perkumpulan asosiasi juga yang mungkin nanti malam ya dinner, dan mereka sangat baik hubungan dengan kami di sini. Ekonomi Bandung terbaik se-Indonesia. Kita tumbuh ekonomi 8,5%. Indonesia ekonomi 4.5%, and but Bandung is 8.5%. So we are seated at the bottom of the bowl. So 360 degrees is all hills and mountains in Bandung. Di full screen. Jadi di Bandung ke semua arah mata angin kita lihat bukit. So in Bandung there is no such thing as best view. Every direction is best view. Itulah kenapa 10 minutes dari sini kita sudah bisa ke lokasi ini, ya, kurang lebih. Itu yang membuat kami hidup lebih balance antara urban stress. Kemudian kita punya tempat-tempat seperti ini. Coba berikutnya. Next slide. Nah, kami punya banyak destinasi wisata seperti ini di seluruh wilayah. Jadi kalau datang ke Bandung, urban tourism mostly for shopping and history. Tapi 15 menit, 30 menit kita banyak pilihan-pilihan untuk relax di suasana-suasana nature seperti ini juga. Itulah kenapa every weekend orang-orang Jakarta datang ke Bandung, ya, dan create traffic. So Jakarta people's hobby is traffic. Daytime in Jakarta, weekend in Bandung. Nah, kami ini juga sedang banyak perubahan. Saya menjadi wali kota baru 2 tahun. So this next week will be my 2 years as a mayor. So I'm a brand new mayor, 2 years. In 2 years, I do lots of reform. Yeah. But you have to understand my background. I was assistant professor of urban planning at ITB. So I have knowledge in urban planning and design. That's my master degree. My undergraduate degree, I was an architect, building architect. For example, this is my house. It's made of recycled 30,000 bottles. Won the design award 2009. This is a mosque also, 2011, voted to be 25 most beautiful mosque in the world. It's 30 minutes from here. If you have time, I strongly suggest you spend some prayer here. It will be very different. Dulu balik lagi. So it's a kalimat syahadat in the form of ventilation. So la ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. So every Friday like this, Friday prayer 1,000 people feel comfortable because the breeze, angin masuknya, breeze coming. Next. So this is inside. So this is during the Asar prayer because the sun is a bit low, so you have a backlight. So this is a very philosophical photography. For me, this is representing Islam. So in the face of Allah, there is no rich or poor. It's just a human, no difference. Berikut, ini karya saya dulu Museum Tsunami di Banda Aceh. I won competition, so I designed a memorial space under the water and I designed educational space above the water. So Aceh people learn about the past but also prepare for the future. That's basically the philosophy. Okay. Ini karya-karya lainnya yang dulu sebelum jadi Datu Bandar saya kerjakan. Next. Saya perbaiki sungai-sungai juga. Because I believe the best gift from God is imagination. So it's up to us how to use the imagination. But that was before I became a mayor. So when I became a mayor, I start to have a three concept in building Bandung. Coba segitiga itu. So this is my recipe of managing Bandung, and this is very important. This is my value. So now wilayah atau camat itu head of district now can make decision faster without not too much consulting to the mayor. Yeah. So I believe on that one. Di bawah head of district ada lurah, kepala kampung atau tadi apa istilahnya kalau di Malaysia itu penghulu ya. Di bawah penghulu ada rukun warga. Ya, it's an informal leadership ya. Maybe around 30 houses managed by satu kepala rukun warga. Rukun-rukun warga report to penghulu kira begitu. Penghulu report to camat, camat report to ya. So this is here. So Bandung is the first city in Indonesia to give budget to rukun warga. Yeah. So I give 100 juta rupiah setiap tahun, around $10,000 per year untuk kepala rukun warga. Jadi kepala rukun warga kalau dahulu they all only managing administrative things, but now with our decentralization concept, they can plan for their own neighborhood. Yeah. So you can imagine I give power, 30 powers that used to be my power of making decision to camat, and I give budget to 1,500 rukun warga, kepala rukun warga. So this is how I make in the last 2 years faster change because I give decentralization. This is very important. Number 3 is collaborations. Collaborations means we know our limit. Yeah, I tell people, look, if you want to get a good Bandung in the future, you cannot rely 100% to government. In the theory of change, there are 4 stakeholders. Number 1 is government, number 2 is a business, because with the capital power. So government means we are having political power. Business, they are having what I call capital power. The stakeholder number 3 is civil society. Di Bandung ada 5.000 lebih kelompok masyarakat atau community organization. Karena orang Bandung senang berkelompok, ya sedikit-sedikit berkelompok. Bahkan ibu-ibu yang itu kita ada budaya arisan. Saya nggak tahu apakah arisan ada di Malaysia. Arisan para ibu-ibu berkumpul sebulan sekali, kemudian mereka giving a door prize, dan itu menjadi cara kita bersilaturahmi dari sini. Number 4, the stakeholder for change is media. Itulah kenapa di Bandung, nanti kami tunjukkan, banyak taman-taman kota Bandung tidak dibiayai oleh city budget. They are financed by grant money from the big company. Inilah cara kami pada saat kami tahu kami punya keterbatasan biayanya. Jadi rumusnya kira-kira ini Bapak Ibu ya. Coba berikut. So every Monday we call it one day no rice. So we ask Bandung people not to eat rice every Monday. Why? Because Indonesia consume too much rice, and diabetic happen in young ages. So this is a campaign. Tuesday is no smoking day. Yeah. So no smoking allowed every Tuesday. Wednesday, to preserve our local culture, we have what we call Rebo Nyunda. Rebo means Wednesday, Nyunda means our culture. So it's a Sundanese day. Kamis, not like Malaysia, where English is very much spoken. In Bandung, is typical in Indonesia, is so-so. Yeah. So I push my people to speak English every Thursday. Friday is bike to work day. So I bike to work every day, but I ask my people only to bike to work every Friday. Saturday is festival day. Yeah. Sunday there is no specific, maybe laundry day, I don't know, yeah. Sunday is day. This is every Sunday. So that's one thing. After 2 years, we have 3 achievements for bureaucracy that I'm happy to say. The first week as mayor, I signed a strategic MOU with Anti-Corruption Commission, gambarnya KPK. So now after 2 years, the number of corruption is reduced significantly because we have what we call anti-gratification policy. So whoever receive gift or anything related to your jobs, you have to report. If you have delay or do not report, we have a punishment for it. So after 1 year, we were awarded the basic gift for reducing corruptions, and the central government give us award this year that in December Bandung will be the host for International Anti-Corruption Day. Yeah, in Bandung. So in my vision, bureaucracy has 3 values. Number 1 is integrity, so clean language. Number 2 is serving. I always tell my staff, hey, if you don't want to serve with your heart, please change your career. Get out from bureaucracy. Because if you want to go as a bureaucrat, is the service is part of your job. And while I meet people, this is a funny photo, yeah. So I made a speech like 10 minutes, yeah. I thought I was being photographed, but actually he just playing a game. So the kid didn't understand. That's okay. So I did this every week. Dengan begini, camat-camat saya, lurah-lurah saya, penghulu atau distrik, they cannot make a good report just to please the mayor, because I know the problem is still there. Right? So this is what I call Sapa Warga, physical interaction, and we do it in the weekly basis. That's a sociological experiment. Now, in Bandung, we reform also with technology. We call it smart city. Coba. Video boleh. So smart city in Bandung, we try to make the bureaucracy efficient. Yang slide itu dulu yang dari yang changing from manual to technology. So if you don't have to have a meeting, you don't have to get a meeting. We do it to WhatsApp group, we do it BBM groups, yeah, for example, very simple. Before it's costly, now it's very efficient because I don't have to make many meetings. I don't have to go to many projects because the projects come to me in the interactive report. I show you that. We make open data, so the trust is high in Bandung. We are the most trustable government 4 months ago because score 90. Yeah? So 90% of people trust our way of managing Bandung. Before it was top down, now it was participatory because we can listen to you without you coming to us. Yeah? So Bandung is the highest penetration for internet. So when people complain in the internet, we can capture the conversations and put it as a data. From slow service, now faster service. 3 months ago, we make the permit online. Yeah. So in Bandung now, you submit permit online, you pay the fee for permit online, and the permit will be sent by postman. So this is reducing people meeting people, because when the citizen meeting the official, sometimes the problem happen, yeah, the grading. So from the corrupt system now, we make it clean by design. For example, my first month as a mayor, I make the student admission online. Before, student admission is manual, it's up to headmaster of the school, yeah, kepala sekolah kalau di Indonesia. Because the power of headmaster is too high, sometimes the headmaster also corrupt. He sells the seats for money. Yeah? Imagine hundreds of doing that is bad. So I make it online, so no more corruption. So this happiness project is really changed. So if you ask me, Mr. Mayor, what is one factor that create happiness in Bandung? Number one is public space. Because city is too stressful. When you create a break space where people can meet people, do things as a human, they feel, yeah. And we are happy to say, 3 months ago we survey, and I'm proudly saying this, we are the happiest society in Indonesia. We score 70 for happiness. So I think that are more or less what I have been doing for the last 2 years, having a vision, testing the leadership style, make it part of the team work, yeah, not always in front or behind the scene, and get the scientific way of doing bureaucracy. So by doing that 2 years is lots of change in the city of Bandung. This one is the city center. You should go there also because it's now the hotspot. Last year, this area was fenced, so many criminals, so many self-vendors. But now I make it open. I redesign. I put library in the city center. It's busy all day long at night. Coba foto saya yang makan malam. Saya kira itu Bapak Ibu semua apa-apa yang kami kerjakan, basically experience, social experiment ya. Saya senang berinovasi, saya senang berimajinasi, Dulu saya berimajinasi sebagai arsitek, saya sekarang berimajinasi sebagai Datuk Bandar. So I'm in the driver's seat, so I'm a musician, and so far so good. And hopefully, with the experiment of technology, social, and everything, we can come up with the new mindset of how the society should be. Kita memperbolehkan kenal tadi dengan catatan tidak ada cara-cara yang tidak manusiawi. Sedang kita geser, Pak. Dulu zaman saya masih physical kenal seperti itu dan create problems ya. Bully membuli happens ya. Tapi sekarang kita fokus pada content oriented kenal tadi. Nah ini alhamdulillah di Bandung tahun ini sama sekali tidak ada komplain-komplain yang terjadi di tahun-tahun sebelumnya. Tapi yang menjadi masalah di kota ini, Pak, kalau university itu is not my jurisdiction, ya, it's like independent. Even though this is in my city, but whatever happened in the university, I cannot do anything. Because university report directly to central government, to the Ministry of Education. Jadi yang saya bisa lakukan, saya bisa mengintervention from elementary up to senior high school, ya, to high school. Tapi kalau yang dari elementary, junior sampai senior high school, so far so good, ya, kita mereduksi itu. 4 bulan ini saya akan lakukan reform lagi, Pak. Ya, saya mendapati kalau siswa di Bandung, sometimes they are smart, but they are not really in good character. They speak harsh language, for example. They don't respect nationalism. Yeah, they lack of Sudanese value culture. They far away from religious value. So I'm worried. Yeah. So I said to my education team, next year in January, we have to introduce what we call character building curriculum, yeah, in the form of 4 value. Number 1 is religious value. So there are some school before going to class they have a duha, sholat duha dulu, Pak. Sholat duha before going to class. So every day, yeah. So we exercising this. Kita ada program juga namanya sedang kita rancang untuk sholat subuh di masjid, and we give like a scoring book for every student who go to the mosque every subuh, for example. So this is character building based on religion. Number 2, character building based on Sudanese culture. Saya kira itu saya kembalikan ke apa sudah tadi pengacara majelis ya.
Baiklah Bapak dan Ibu yang kami hormati, pada kesempatan yang berbahagia ini akan diserahkan cindramata yang pertama dari pimpinan rombongan yang berhormat Dato Sri Haji Ismail bin Haji Abdul Muthalib, Timbalan Menteri Sumber Malaysia, Haji Parlimen Marang Pahang, berkenan diterima oleh Wali Kota Bandung. Dan cendramata berikutnya dari Bapak Wali Kota Bandung berkenan diterima oleh pimpinan rombongan yang berhormat Dato Sri Haji Ismail bin Haji Abdul Muthalib, Timbalan Menteri Sumber Manusia, Haji Parlimen Marang Pahang. Baiklah Bapak dan Ibu yang kami hormati, dengan demikian maka acara penerimaan secara resmi telah selesai. Demikian, terima kasih atas segala perhatian hadirin.
Mereka mau belajar birokrasi Bandung, ternyata alhamdulillah. Jadi Bandung berada di monitor di kota-kota Malaysia dan ingin belajar Smart City sama PIPPK juga, desentralisasi ke kita. Dan mereka melihat cara-cara desentralisasi ini dianggap menarik untuk diterapkan di Malaysia.